Good morning. Oh, man, it's nice to be out. I heard next weekend is going to go back up in the 80s in the desert. Right now, I think the high for today is 70, 72. It's a perfect day for hiking. Wasn't feeling it too much this morning, but I made myself get out and do something. And realized that I have the wrong equipment for some things. I'm just wearing regular old socks that I do when I'm working in my hiking shoes, and I'm wondering why my feet are slipping around because I have a heel lock. In fact, let me hold on a second. If I don't drop the phone. You can't really tell the way I have it tied, but I have my shoes tied in such a way where it locks the heel in, so it shouldn't be sliding around. But it's ridiculous. Anyway, so I'd say something like the Bear Creek Trail is probably not a good idea with this. So I may just because I want to get a hike in, I may just explore. Might go down over there, see if there's a way to get over to the other side, like on that flat area in between those hills, on the way other side of that wash. But I mean, we'll see. I have to text and tell Tammy where I'm at, especially since I'm deviating from what I plan to do. Just to distract myself. But again, if that's really crazy and my feet are slipping around, I just have to turn around. But we'll see. I wanted to get out here though and enjoy the weather while it lasts. Oh, and news. I kept a journal during my PCT hike in 2019, and I also did that daily vlog on YouTube, obviously. If you're here seeing this, you know this probably. And I always wanted to write not a memoir, but like a book about the journey. It does read like a memoir, though. So I've been working on it actually ever since I got off trail and got serious about transcribing all my journal notes and my vlog, and an umpteen amount of edits. And anyways, it's out on Amazon now, so you can get it as an ebook or a physical book. I don't have a copy myself yet. I ordered one, and author's copies for some reason take forever, even if you have Amazon Prime. Go figure. But I do have a proof copy that I'll show you. I'll take a picture when I get back home. But yay, I'm happy. It's doing, the ebook especially is doing well. Amazon has categories, and you get to pick 2 categories, and then they pick a third one for you sometimes. And right now, it is number 1 in their walking category. I'm like, okay, not quite a walk, but I guess it would qualify. But I question how many ebooks actually are on walking. So I'm like, wow, cool, I'm number 1, but out of how many? New releases, by the way, new releases, not overall. It's just in the new releases I'm number 1. Maybe there's a dozen new releases, I don't know. Someone's coming up behind me. Talk to you later. We came in on that trail, and then we're looping back on the other side of the wash to go exploring. This looks like it's a dirt road that somebody used for access, but looks like something cuts off here to the left, which is the way we're going to go. We're going to go up that little bicycle path and see what there's on top. like I get to climb up one more time before I hit that area. So I could go that way, but that's going to lead me right back to the road already. Instead, there's all such a little path. There's like a dry wash you could take up there, but I see a path that goes up and onto this next level. So that's a path I'm going to take just to explore, keep it interesting. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that right there. Wow, that's a great shot of the upper cove. By the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned those hills over there, or hills, or little mountains over there. I've heard them referred to as the Chocolate Mountains, but on the other side of that, on top, that's where Joshua Tree National Park is. There's an entrance, there's a southern entrance way out that way, but I haven't taken that one yet. And then way off behind this ridge, there's Highway 62 that goes up through Morongo Valley and into Yucca, and then of course Joshua Tree, etc. If you've ever had a chance to hike up there, you know what I'm talking about. It's such a beautiful place to hike. Actually, right now would be a good time. It's not too cold. It's not hot. They're in the high desert, so they're a little bit cooler than us on a regular basis. They actually get snow during the winter. We typically don't, unless it's some kind of freak storm. Ooh, stumble. You didn't see that? Oh, now I got a fork in the road, guys. To the left, to the right. Let's go left. And then when I come back, I'll do the right path. Oh, dude, there's somebody out there. I wonder what trail they took. If it was this one or a different pathway further up into the cove. I don't know if you can see them. They have a white shirt on. Cool. Oh, there's a ravine coming up. That's going to be a cool view. Found the branch that went over to the little, I wouldn't call it a ravine now, but it is a very deeply cut wash. The path continues that way. I'm going to keep taking it. It goes up a little bit. But I ran across this. It looks like it runs right along the wash. It's nice. There's a lot of nice little offshoot trails to explore up here. And honestly, it's very, very close to where you would park your car. So these are quick and easy to get to. So I turned the corner on this trail, and you can see, I believe there's 2 people down there. Oh no, maybe 1 person and a dog in very brightly colored hiking outfits. I'm wondering if they came up the wash. Or if there's a path down at some point. Yeah, I can't really tell with my lovely eyesight. It looks like 1 person with a dog. I heard them first. The canyon really echoes. I don't know if you guys can see him. The guy in the white shirt is still way, way ahead of me. Looks like the trail does go way up to the canyon wall. Because he or she looks like they're there, or pretty close to it. And I'm seeing this interesting rock formation up here too. Sorry, kind of out of breath. Let me zoom in. I can't see it on the viewfinder. Sorry. But it looks neat. It looks like a very tall standing rock. Hopefully the trail goes to it. I'll have to check it out. This was the rock. It's unimpressive up close. Again, my eyesight sees something different from a great distance. This was a big rock. Big boulder in the middle of a teeny boulder field. Ooh, shade. Nice. There he is. Oh, he's actually coming back now. He's larger, bigger. My grammar has abandoned me. So he went up to look like close to the base. I'll have to ask him or her when she gets back if the trail goes on. Just curious. So I found this trail, but it's starting to go down into the wash. And the hiker's right there. She came down a trail right there. She's with her douche. So I think I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I did see a faint trail that went that way. And it's probably the one she was on. So let's do this. There's a small group coming up behind me. Dude, that's like 6 people behind me. So, I'm curious how deep these trails go, because if you look back there, there's a wash going that way. I don't know, we may or may not be able to get over to the other side, because I'd like to go up that someday. Yeah, that's really cool. So I'm going to go a bit further, not too much further, since I've got such a large group of people coming up behind me. I don't know. Usually not uncomfortable, but since this is not a very well-trafficked trail at all, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go a little bit further, turn around, and go back. If you hike this trail, it's unnamed, obviously. If you come up through the wash and come up through this ravine, the first part is easy. You probably don't even need trekking poles. I mean, there's ups and downs, but nothing rocky. But at a certain point, you're going to be stepping on a lot of little ankle buster rocks. It would help to have a pair of trekking poles at a certain point along the trail. All right, let's go a little bit further and then start heading back down. So I haven't been able to record much. There's just all of a sudden there's a ton of people on the trail, so it's clearly not an unknown little hike. In fact, I noticed that all over the Cove. I usually, I start out not early morning, but pretty early, and I'm looking down so I don't break an ankle. Sorry. And for the most part, especially when you get deep in the trails, it's pretty empty. But then coming down, there's like a bunch of mid-morning hikers come out in mass. I was in the group before going up that rock that I went by. There's some people posing for pictures. And I passed up a guy, and he's fast. He's already gone. He went all the way into the canyon. And he said it takes about 20 minutes to get to the back. And he did say there is a path that goes up to where I want to go. But he says he's even uncomfortable taking that one. I guess there's some I don't want to say tactical areas, but there's areas where he doesn't feel safe hiking solo, that he would rather have a partner to hike with. So I'm like, well, we'll see what happens if I ever make it back there. I will, but I got distracted today from the Bear Creek Oasis Trail, so gotta go back to that. I heard next weekend's supposed to be highs in the 80s though, so I'm like, you don't want to hike that kind of a trail on that heat. But we'll see what happens. If you get out early enough, it's fine. Coming back down, it'll be super hot, but you're coming down in elevation. It's a little bit easier to take the higher heat. Normally, I would stop recording as you've seen this, but I think I might take a different pathway down. Well, there's that guy. He's the guy that came back down. Because I remember there was an offshoot to the left, and I want to see where that goes. See if it's an easy way to cross the wash, or looks like there's several different ways you can come down off of this trail to get back to the main street. I have to mention that I have, I'm not using the same pair of Lucky poles that I use for the PCT. Those have cork handles. I'm conserving those for the PCT or for hotter weather. But I have a pair of Lucky, oh, hold on. Oh, see what happens when I'm not using my trekking poles? Okay, let's pause for a second. What I have are these Lucky, they're speed locks, and they're called Janus? Gosh, I bought these years ago. When did I start hiking up? Not a wild area. I don't know. They're not 10 years old, but probably 8. And tips are still in pretty good condition. They're not worn down. They've done a fair job. I've started to notice something though with the straps. Okay, this is the normal strap. Looks great. Not peeling off. Can't complain. And I can't complain about this either, but I'm like, what happened? Everything's worn off, everything's fallen off. I don't necessarily keep one in the left hand and one in the right hand. I switch them out, so it's not like I'm gripping them weird, but it's one strap is completely and utterly fallen apart. Now I have different choices. Which way to go? Let's choose that way. It goes along the ridge, and I'm hoping it drops down to the wash. If not, I know this one does. That's the one I came up over there. But anyways, Luckies are so friggin' awesome. It's just after what, 8 years now, this weird little strap thing is happening, but it still grips. It doesn't slip out. It's not, the strap itself is not falling apart. It's just the logo on top is. Good quality product for sure. Has saved me from face planting so many times you don't even know. By the way, not sponsored, just talking about it. Ooh, this is going to drop me. But it's going to drop me below the trailhead parking lot because I'm back in the residential over here. Not a problem. I just don't want to have to walk way down the wash to cross it. You know, if worse comes to worse and it's right on the other side of the fence, I could walk up there and cross it again, but we'll see. This is part of exploration. Dude, I have to laugh because I thought today was going to be a very, very short video, you know, talking about the book release and just shooting a little bit of hiking. But this is what happens when I get on a new trail. There's so much to show and so much to explore. It ends up being a super long video. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Look at the cliffside here. Oh, this is going to wash away in a really good rainstorm. Probably already has. Trying not to get too close to the edge. Look like there's a... Can't tell if that's a metal screen door or if that's a door to a vehicle right there. Not sure. Yeah, but I'm just looking at that. I'm like, this part of the trail at some point in the near future might not be here anymore. Okay, looks like just after this, whoa, this little slippery spot, the wash, it looks like there's a little way to get down and then up. Then I have to walk all the way up to the top of the cove again. It's alright, I've been on the Bear Creek Trail before. That is an easy pedestrian trail that's pretty much paved until you get to the trailhead area. But it's great because it's beautiful. It's just a nice way to walk. You can take a stroller around on it. It's nice. I'm going to use 2 hands. Talk to you guys later. And cross the wash. I'm going to hang out on this lower path because it's dirt and it's easier on my feet. The paved path is right there. Thank you guys again for joining me on this exploration hike of the Cove. Yet another one. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe already for future videos. And hey, if you're interested in reading about my through hike attempt of 2019 of the Pacific Crest Trail that turned into a section hike, I'll drop the link below. It's available on Amazon as an ebook and a physical book. That's all I have for you right now. Hoping this January is still finding you healthy and safe. And I'll see you guys next time.